common language with you. Remember now, you are not in your country. You are among basically almost strangers. How do you think you are going to survive without having that common language, even when you are maybe not family, but you have a common language that can actually unite you? So let that sink in while I move on. Today I will share with you a brief history of Haiti. That is the correct pronunciation of it. When Europeans came in, they named it Haiti, or the French, I should say, they named it Haiti. But Haiti was the name that it was known as by its inhabitants, who were the Taino Arawakan. They're a group of Indians who resided there. Slavery started in Haiti in 1492 with the help of Christopher Columbus. When he came on the island, he named it La Isla Española, okay, which means the Spanish island. And later on, it just came to be known as Hispaniola. Later on, the French took it over and colonized it. Haiti was known as the Pearl of the Antilles. Why, you may ask? Because it was the major world supplier of coffee and sugar, among other things. It was France's richest colony. But what also sets this country apart from other countries as well, other slave countries, I should say, it is because it was the second country to successfully win their independence from their colonizers. And we all know who was the first, the United States, from the British. So that is why, being a Haitian woman, I stand always proud, because although we don't have much, but we are a resilient type of people. Now, today I will share briefly, I'm not sure if I said that to you, but today I will share briefly with you a brief history of Haiti and who the revolutionary leaders were, and how the Creole language was developed, what makes Haitian people and Creole so unique, and the difference and similarities in Creole and French pronunciation and spelling. Here we have Boukman Duty. He was an African slave brought here to the, well, not here, but to the Caribbean, and he was the catalyst. He was actually brought to Jamaica, but he was giving so much trouble there in Jamaica, they shipped him to what was called Saint-Domingue, which is now Haiti. So now he now is on the Haitian island. Then we have Toussaint Louverture. If you guys know anything about the Haitian Revolution, you know he was one of the prominent people that led Haiti to its independence. Now, the ancestors of the people of Haiti were from the west coast of Africa, called Benin. That's what I was told, because the language that they're speaking, the language that they that we speak is similar to language in Benin, in Africa, called Benin. They were these deeply melanated people from Africa were brutally snatched from their motherland and brought to the Caribbean to be put in a life of dehumanizing slavery. Now, I mean, there are a lot of traumatic parts in this, but the most traumatic part is they were among people that they could not communicate with. So not only did they not have a language, they did not have a culture. Okay, so now what they had to do was they developed a pidgin language because they used to hear the master speaking with them, but they didn't know what the master was saying. Okay, so bits and pieces as time went on, they developed what they call a pidgin language, which is a simplified form of communication. So, you know, like if you ever visit a country, say, you know, Spain, and you know what where is and you know what bathroom is, so you're gonna go donde toilette, or you're gonna put the two together, so okay, we know what you're trying to say. So that's basically, believe it or not, you guys all have spoken pidgin language, you know, if y'all didn't know that, you know, if you've gone to other countries trying to piece words together. Okay, so now what they did was this pidgin language, it developed into Creole. Haitian Creole is now a combination of French and their native tongue. So although they were removed and snatched from what they know, what was familiar to them, but they still had a piece of them inside of them. So their native tongue still kind of came back to them. So they pieced the Creole with the French that they were hearing that their enslavers were speaking to them. So Creole is a full functioning language. This is what makes Creole so unique, okay, is that although it was not worldly recognized, because this was a language of the poor. Okay, only if you were very poor you spoke Creole. Those who were, those who were educated, they spoke French. And even now in Haiti, the affluent language, if you go to school in Haiti, you will be taught in French. If you are a part of any business transactions, all the dealings are in French in Haiti. So there's about 5% of the population that speaks French. And you have about the remaining population, which is the whole population, the inhabitants. According to the CIA.gov, we have about 11 million people that live in Haiti, and every single last one of them speak Haitian Creole. Every single last one. Okay, so what makes it so unique is that their language actually became worldly recognized. Okay, so now we have publications that are written in Creole, okay, magazines, books, everything you can imagine is written in Creole. Okay, so even though, again, like I stated before, this was a language for the poor and only the uneducated spoke Creole, now we have even prominent people. So Creole and French now is the official language in Haiti. So basically, going back to what makes Haitian people so unique is that even though they were taken from their culture, their language was taken from them, they were able to reinvent themselves through the language that they created. Okay, and with that they were able to unite and overpower their enslavers and took back their freedom, which was their inalienable right to have. Now, just very briefly before I end, I wanted to kind of give you a little explanation. What I said to you this morning was Bonjour, Professeur Tobin, avec intellectuel moins, pareil moins. That is the Haitian Creole. Okay, I said good morning, Professor Tobin, and fellow scholars. Okay, and in French, you would say bonjour. So you see how the similarities, they just don't have the R there. And Professor in Creole, we spell it exactly how it sounds to us in our ears. Whereas in French, you have a more mature and just not mature, but a more sophisticated way to speak. You know, you close your mouth. You know, I kind of speak a little bit of French, so it's a little bit more snobby way of speaking. And we also have just other examples. Moi relais Fabiola. Moi relais Fabiola is, in English, you would just pronounce it as me call Fabiola. Okay? And in French, it says je m'appelle Fabiola. okay? And moi is from the word moi in French. So again, they just pieced little things together and then made their language. You have comment ou ye. Comment ou ye is how you are, just to translate it, okay? And in French, we say comment ça va. And another thing in Creole is that I have here, non li c'est professeur Tobin. Li could mean her, him, it. So we just give li to everybody, okay? Whereas in English, we have her, him, she, he, and in French, we also have elle and il, and Creole, we only have li. That's it. So that if you know one word, you're gonna go li, yeah, li, yeah. So they'll know, okay, it's him or her, okay. And the last is comment ou relé. Ou also is you, okay. So what is how this would be translated is how you call, okay. What is your name, okay? And in French, we'd say quel est votre nom, and or comment appelez-vous. So you see where the comment comes in with the comment in French comes in with the comment in Creole, but it also, again, is a different spelling. Okay, so I found, in conclusion, before I end, want to recap on what we've learned or what I've shared with you this morning. I've shared with you a brief history of Haiti and who the revolutionary leaders were, how the Creole language was developed, okay, what makes Haitian people and Creole so unique, and the difference in similarities in Creole and French. Now, I came across this quote that stated, "Language is power, life and the instrument of culture, the instrument of domination and liberation." So what that means to me is that when you have language, you can have culture. But also, in retrospect, when you don't have language, you can actually be dominated by someone else. Because if you don't know what they're saying to you, you basically are at a loss. And also, language can also mean liberation. When you have a common language, you come together and you unite, and there's nothing impossible for you to be able to do. I thank you for your attention this morning.
Questions